us down on a Tuesday, June 14th. And let's get rolling as we take you out to the ball game every weekday here on the Armchair Quarterback Show. We just give you a few minutes of the news and notes of the day in the world of sports. So the College Baseball World Series is set. Virginia beats Dallas Baptist last night 5-2. They win the best of three series, 2-1. Same situation in Starksville as the Mississippi State Bulldogs in a shootout beat Notre Dame 11-7. So what does that mean for the College World Series? Let's take a look. It does not begin until Saturday. I know traditionally it used to start on Fridays. They set it back to Saturdays a few years ago. So away we go with that. And 2 p.m., Stanford, North Carolina State. That's your first game of the College World Series. 7 p.m. Eastern. Arizona versus number 4 Vanderbilt. Should be a good one. Rocker most likely will take the hill for the Vanderbilt Commodores, leaving Jack Leiter, who everyone has just been obsessed with for good reason. He's played very well this year. Rocker is a phenom in his own right, but Jack Leiter is more Jack Leiter is more of the go-to guy you want on the second day, because if you do lose, you have Jack Leiter on the mound. So I would think it would be Rocker on Saturday and then Leiter in the next game, depending win or lose. Okay. Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern, the Tennessee Volunteers and Virginia. That should be a fun one. Tennessee would be the heavy favorite. They were a 3 seed going in. They are now number 2 in the country. Tennessee against Virginia, 2 p.m. Eastern, and the Texas Longhorns, number 3, up against Mississippi State at 7 p.m. Eastern. Those games take place on Sunday. Both of those games, by the way, the Sunday games will be on ESPN2. The Saturday games, both of those will be on ESPN. So Saturday ESPN, Sunday ESPN2. Okay, moving on from that. Let's go ahead and get into the NBA, as they had a lot of things going on last night, and the playoffs are rolling at this point. The Clippers, they win 118-104. The series is now tied. So the series is now tied with the Utah Jazz. Game 5 will be tomorrow night. And also in the NBA, the Atlanta Hawks, they go out and they win in nail-biting fashion, 103-100. The big news here is Joel Embiid went 0 for 12 from the floor last night in the second half. Is his injury bothering him? Will that catch up with him? They'll take game 5 back to Philadelphia, which will be Wednesday night as well. Game 5 of the Jazz Clippers series will be in Utah. I don't think I said that. So that'll be a doubleheader on Wednesday night. Tonight in the NBA, you only have one game, so they're not starting until 8:30 Eastern, because God forbid the NBA lets you get to bed early. It really is truly, it's dumb in the whole marketing scheme. And they'll wonder why they have low ratings, et cetera, et cetera. People don't want to stay up until, what will that be, 11:30 at night to watch a game that they could have got rolling at 7:30, 8 o'clock. So anyways, Bucks Nets is tied 2 apiece. Kevin Durant's expected to play, but the big 3 in Brooklyn, James Harden and Kyrie Irving, will not suit up. So that's going to be a big deal. We'll see if the Bucks, all the chest pumping and all that has gone on with the Bucks over the few years, and Antetokounmpo, he's got no one else to blame. If he doesn't win this series, he cannot go out and blame the front office, etc. Because at this point, it's mano a mano. It's Antetokounmpo versus KD. And he doesn't even have to be better than KD. He just has to not disappear because his supporting cast is better than KD's supporting cast. So Bucks Nets 8:30 tonight should be a great one. The National Hockey League. They had a game last night and that place was rocking in Vegas. Realize something. Last night was the very first time that the Canadiens had played on American soil in 15 months. That place was absolutely rocking in Las Vegas. And I think the Canadiens were a little starstruck. Apologize for that if y'all heard that phone going off. I usually turn the ringer down. Forgot to this morning. The Canadiens, I think they were a little starstruck. They were down 3-1 at the end of two periods. Golden Knights go on to win 4-1. So away we go with that. All right. Tonight, what do we have? We've got one game in the NHL. Well, you can call it conference finals, whatever. It's the semifinals. The Stanley Cup semifinals is how they're labeling it. The Islanders versus the Lightning. Islanders took a 1-0 lead. This is a big, big game for Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay drops another one on their home ice. They're going to be in trouble going back to New York. Look for Tampa Bay to play very inspired hockey. Okay, in the National Football League, there still is the tug of war with Aaron Rodgers. It's basically a lot of filler on your national outlets. There's nothing going on. There's nothing going on in the NFL, but this is what they do to try to get you to tune in. They will talk about nonsensical football stories when there's nothing going on in the world of football. If there's something actually going on in the world of football, we will cover it. Yesterday, Major League Baseball, the Mets, 5-2. Winners over the Cubs. That's a big series. The Red Sox prevail over the Blue Jays 2-1, and the Rays get a big win, 5-2. But bad news, Glasnow came out after the fourth inning saying he felt some inflammation on his arm, a little tugging. They're going to do an MRI today. We'll find out what happens with that. The Cardinals get a W, 4-2 against the Marlins. Big W at home to get off that schneid after getting swept in Chicago. And then you had the Nats winning, Indians, Reds, Tigers, Rockies, A's, Giants, Mariners, and Dodgers all won. If you didn't hear your team, they didn't win yesterday. Dodgers, David Price, by the way, got the W. He's 2-0 with a 3.74 ERA. Okay. Real quick, we'll go around what's going on in today in baseball, and that is Cubs Mets once again will be on your national ESPN. But Yankees Blue Jays, that's a big one. Montgomery versus Hyunjin Ryu. It's always a tongue twister for me for some reason. 7:20 tonight. Erod and the Red Sox at the Braves, and Tucker Davidson, who has not had a decision yet, but he's got a 1.53 ERA. He's a young phenom from Atlanta. Would be a good game to watch. I think the Braves will get to Erod. The question will be, we'll find out how good Tucker Davidson really is, because this is a very good Boston Red Sox offense. And then, of course, the Rays and Sox continue tonight, and all the other series going. It's a couple of good matchups. If you're looking for good pitching matchups that you want to see late tonight, 10:10 Eastern, Phillies, Dodgers, Eflin versus Urias. If you can stay up that late, that should be one hell of a matchup. And then another good one that's a sneaky good one, Kyle Gibson and the Rangers at the Astros. Lance McCullers in the Houston Astros, he's got a 3.1296, but the big thing is Kyle Gibson's 4-0 with a 2.13 ERA. He could be trade bait in about a month, and they're going to try to showcase him and try to get as much as they can for him. Also a nice game, Detroit at the Royals. Casey Mize, the young phenom for the Tigers, he's on the mound with the 3.44 ERA. He's going up against Mike Minor, the wily veteran from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, ex-Vanderbilt Commodore. Okay. And other big stories in the world of sports, excuse me. You've got a couple of things that went down yesterday, but I think one of the biggest ones we want to cover is that Erickson, the gentleman that fell to the ground over the weekend and collapsed during the soccer match, he is up and he is talking in the hospital. He's feeling better. We'll see what the long-term prognosis is, but what we've got from this is that he is doing fine, and hopefully will get back out on the field, but more importantly, lives a good life. He just collapsed. For people that missed it, he collapsed in the middle of the game and went down. I'm sure most of you saw that video. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. We don't want to make this too long every morning. So subscribe, like, and share. Take me out to the ball game. We're on the Armchair Quarterback Show, and we do a lot of content. We try to keep you up in the world of sports. We've got to have something that you're interested in. We will see you mañana. Have a great day, y'all, as the play ball. It's another big playoff day. You got Nets, Bucks, Islanders, Lightning, and a lot of Major League Baseball. What not to like. We'll see you.